Hi there, folks. I'm Capt Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report. If I'm coming out of Port Aransas, first thing in the morning, they've got this barge out here in front, still pulling out all this structure that was out here in front of Fina docks. But you can come on the back side of them, and there's still rocks all along this bulkhead here. We've been catching slot reds first thing in the morning with mangrove snappers, a few speckled trout, live shrimp been the ticket. I'm using probably a 1/4 ounce to a 3/8 ounce weight on a number 3 Kell hook. Weight's right on top of the hook. So if you do get hung up, don't worry about it. If you still got shrimp on there, them fish are gonna get you off the rocks. And a lot of times you think you're hung up, next thing you know, you got a redfish on. So good rule of practice is give it a few minutes, see if it comes off. The winds are going to start lightening up out here at the jetties. Still catching good fish out here. There's been Jack Crevalles out here. There's been slot reds. There's been bull reds. There's been trout up on the tips of the rocks. And if you come out here on the north end and come on the backside and work croaker, free lining croaker or live shrimp, there have been trout first thing in the morning. There have been redfish out here on the tip. There have been bull reds sitting out here in this 29 to 32 foot of water. On the bull reds, I've been using cut baits, either cut ladyfish, cut menhaden, cut mullets. Been working real well. Their new redfish are coming into our bays right now. There's a lot of bait coming in, menhaden and mullet, also shrimp. So them redfish, they're falling them on in, and we're getting a new batch of fish coming into the bays. This time of the season, the surf is going to start laying down. When you catch them half-footers or one-footers, I like getting out here in the surf on that second or first gut, live croaker for the trout, free lining, and then have you some cut mullet or cut ladyfish, cut menhaden with the Carolina rig. You can use a 3/4 ounce weight where you can get them baits right up on the bank. And them redfish have been up here tight in the first gut all the way up on the beach. So if you'll run down and if you'll see the birds out here on the shoreline, pull up in front of them birds and start off in the second gut. See if them trout are biting up here in the second gut. If they don't, you can jump into the first gut and work the guts. You want them baits not on the sandbar, but right behind where that water is breaking. If you haven't been out here, use cautious. Use cautious. I mean, that's one thing I can say. Have a good anchor. I use a number 18-pound Bulls anchor, and I'll set up, out here on this third bar. Sometimes them fish are in that third gut. Sit out a little far and get the feel for it. Then pull your anchor, get in here in the second gut, and drop your anchor and let it drip back until right where the water's breaking. You don't want your back of your boat to be sitting on that bar because you will take on water. You'll take on a wave, and then before you know it, you got your water full of boat full of water. So be careful. If you haven't been out here, use a guide. Go out there with the guide and get the feel for it. But all the way down out here by the ranch house is a good place. It's close. All this area through here, you'll see some fence posts with some old fence coming out. Right out here in front of these fences works real well. There's a little cabana right here on the beach. I like fishing right in front of that cabana because there's kind of like a little eddy, and the water circulates right through here, and then fish, they fall off into that circulation, and we've been catching good fish out there when we're able to get out to the surf. All the way down to Cedar Bayou. If you like to run out in front of Cedar Bayou, redfish, speckled trout, sharks, a little bit of everything. Even out here on the beach, you're liable to catch you some triple tail. Triple tail's been out here and also in the bays. We've been catching a few in the bays, but A lot of good fish out in the surf. The bait's out here. Just like I said, use cautious out here because it can get you if you ain't careful. As I was saying, we got bait coming into the bays right now. The redfish are following them. You can work these guts right here on the backside of the shrimp boat channel. Come in to these deeper guts. You can either fish the guts or you can come in and work inside on these flats. It gets pretty shallow, so those of you in those shallow water boats, y'all are able to get up in here and put some baits out here on this flat. Cut bait's been working real well. Live piggies, redfish, and speckled trout. Just working off the edges right now. That's been the key to everything. Same as South Bay. Get up here tight where it gets shallow and work these potholes. These potholes are holding good trout right now, holding good redfish. The tide's been up a little bit. If it does fall down, back here in this cut, them fish will come out of these back lakes. They'll come out of these back lakes and they'll fall off right into this cut right here. Black drum and redfish. If you can push in as far as you can up on this flat, up on grassy, there's been speckled trout and redfish. Piggies have been working real well. A lot of people are still using croaker. And even live shrimp under a popping cork been working well. I've been catching fish right here on these gas platforms in Moore's Cummins Cut. There have been speckled trout on them. There have been black drum. There's also been some mangrove snappers, some good sized ones. So there's like 4 or 5 of these platforms that run this Moore's Cummins Cut. You can get in there. You can put a little weight on, depending what your tide's doing. Sometimes that tide's really running through there, so you need a little weight to get it down. But good fish all through Moore's Cummins. If you come through here at the old terminal and come back here on the Klondikes, this Klondike is holding fish also. Live shrimp or live piggies been working the best. You can also use cut baits. The trout are still biting. Like I said, some people are using croaker. A lot of people are starting to use piggies. This time of the year, they're eating them piggies. So back here behind Hog Island, all this area through here, speckled trout have been holding in the potholes through here. If you can keep it out of the grass, pop them up out of that grass, you're going to get some good speckled trout all behind Hog right now. This is a good area. The chains of islands, all the way from 1 through 4 right through here in the potholes. Your cut bait's been working. Live piggy's been working. Speckled trout and redfish. Coming through Piper Channel. Right here from channel marker 18 all the way down to channel marker 24. Then black drum, later part of the morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock, you can work these edges. And if you get up high enough, you can see the black drum working the edges. So this area's been holding black drum consistently. They've also been back here by the houses. Tide's been up a little high. First thing in the morning, been working the docks. There have been redfish and black drum, but by the time the sun comes up, that's 7:30, that bite turns off. So you can get back here in this back flat up on these oyster reefs right through here. Those of you in those skinny water boats, been redfish and black drum all the way back to this island, these sand dunes that come through here. All this little area right through here is holding pretty decent fish right now. East Flats. If you get back here in East Flats, from the cabins, all the way back here to the back shoreline of where there's a couple duck blinds are back here. If you work these potholes all the way back to Point of Mustang, there's been pretty good, decent redfish coming in. Like I said, the redfish are coming in, and this is going to be their target of coming around the Point of Mustang, and they're going to start just falling off into East Flats. So this is all good area. Point of Pelican, there's still been speckled trout through here first thing in the morning. Live shrimp or live croaker's been working real well. All these chains of islands all the way down towards Ingleside, on the outside have been holding trout. One thing about it, like I always say, make sure you watch out for them big ships. When you're working this ship channel, it doesn't matter if you're on the east side or the west side. Keep an eye out on them big ships. If you see them ships coming, pull back out here in that 5 to 6 foot of water, then jump back up in there. Right out here in front of Dagger, on these broken islands through here, there have been pretty decent redfish all through here, all the way down to the point of Ransom. There's a little island, couple little islands right through here. They've been holding redfish on the outside and on the inside in this little pocket right through here. Cut baits have been working real well. Your cut perch have been working. Work it slow. Some mornings they're been real finicky. They'll want to start pulling the pole down. Give them some slack. Even if you got to open the bell and really let them take it, then you can flip your bell back over and set the hook on them. If you're not getting them right off the bat. That's been my tip of the day. Out here at the wells, these gas wells are still holding good fish. I mean, kind of got to work each one of them slowly. But we've been catching speckled trout out here. There's been black drum out here. If you get right up on the well, each one of these hold different fish. I've been catching pretty good amounts of triple tail out here. Live shrimp right up on the well. I mean, sometimes you can kind of see them laying up on their side. The speckled trout's been out here pretty consistently. I've been catching everything on live shrimp, just with the swivel, a leader, and the number 3 Kell hook's been working for me. But there's a lot of gas wells all this area out here. And you can just, I mean, on them good calm days, which August, wind's going to start laying down, you can get out here and really explore these gas platforms. Fish are out here. Out here in front of the T-heads, we've been catching black drum, trout, mangrove snappers, black drum, and speckled trout out here mixed in with redfish. So this area right through here, all these T-heads, especially on the openings, that's where I like to target, is on the points. If you do that and just go slowly, free line, or you can use a little 1/8 ounce weight right on top of the hook, number 2 Kell hook, or number 3, been working real well. Same deal. Watch out for them big ships going into port. They do, when you get out here on the T-heads out here, they can make a pretty good wave coming through here too. So this is all area you need to be careful on. Same way out here in front of the New Aces Causeway. I know a lot of people are fishing out here on the Causeway for speckled trout and black drum. Be careful. Them ships go into port, they'll make a big wave coming right through here along the New Aces Causeway. So if you haven't done it, have your people that are on the boat, keep a lookout. You see them big waves coming? Pull back out here in this deeper water, let them go by, then push back in, and you're most definitely safe that way. But all this area around New Aces, fish are coming in, and the fish are following them all the way back to the back. So those of you that like to fish New Aces, fish are coming in, and fish are being caught all the way to the back. So be careful, take your time, and just keep a close eye out on other boats, and just obstructions is the main thing. Y'all have a safe week, a great week. See y'all next week. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Monte Graham.